Right, everyone, WeaponCollector here. I thought I would do a Halloween story. The only thing is, this ain't really going to be a scary story. But, well, we'll see how it goes. So, this is something that actually happened to me and my brother and our friends on Halloween night, maybe 20 years ago, I'd say. Maybe 22 years ago. And, I'll set the scene and then I'll tell you the story. So, this would have been about 1996, I'd say. Maybe 1995. I was still in school. And it was when I used to drink a lot still and smoke a bit of marijuana. You know, what most teenagers do. Especially if you come from a boring area where there's nothing to do. You tend to turn to things like that. And most of us did. So Halloween was the perfect night to get money to buy booze or drugs. So that is what we used to do. And so this is what we used to wear. I don't know how the hell we got away with this. I don't think you'd get away with doing this nowadays. So imagine a load of 5 or 6, maybe 7 teenagers wandering around at night with balaclavas on, carrying guns, knocking on people's doors, trick or treat, pointing guns at people. You'd get shot nowadays. So that is what we used to do. Some didn't wear masks at all. It's not quite as bad as that though, because we did at least have one person with us, our cousin Dave, who was about 4 years younger than us. He did actually wear a proper Halloween costume, luckily. So what we'd do, we'd shove Dave up first, and then we'd all be stood behind him with our balaclavas on and stuff like that. You know, if it wasn't balaclavas, it was just a bandana around our face. Yeah, but I think partly it was the kind of era you could have got away with it anyway. And yeah, shoving Dave first with his skeleton costume on meant you could get away with it. So we would go around trick or treating the whole entire area until we got enough money to buy 2 things. One was fireworks. We would get fireworks for not fireworks. Yeah, we would get fireworks. What we would get was bangers and rockets. Rockets that would shoot. They would shoot out and they would make a bang. You know, a little simple, just a little rocket. And what you could do, they came with a plastic tube. You could put the firework in a plastic tube, hold the tube, and actually shoot the firework any direction you wanted. Not recommended, but it was, you know, you could do it. And then the other thing we would buy was either booze or marijuana. That particular night we waited until we got 15 quid so we could get an 1/8 of draw, as we would call it, you know. So we would get an 1/8, and then the fireworks was more just to mess around with. This will sound weird, but we never really used to do tricks for trick or treat. We were never really interested in it. Really, we was only interested in getting money to, you know, to get drugs or booze. The fireworks was just an optional extra, just to mess around with, shoot each other. Right, so this night we planned to do a specific thing, go a specific place, because I had overheard or been told, or someone had, my memory's going a bit now about these things, because for years, you know, I was drinking for 6 years every day at one point, during and after this. I had overheard someone saying that there was this place not far from us, this sort of religious cult or something, or religious sect kind of place, building, where you could go and trick or treat, but what had happened was someone we knew who was slightly older than us, this is what I heard, had been there, done something, pulled into the place and beaten up. But to us, as soon as I heard that, that made me want to go there, see what happens. Do you know what I mean? Test it out. Do you know what I mean? So our plan was to go to this place and do some trick or treating, see what happened. So we went around the whole entire area, like I said, getting as much money as we could till we got a bag full of sweets and food and £15 to buy some marijuana. And so we got the 8th, smoked it, and I get really paranoid when I smoke draw, and so do a couple of the people who were with me. You do anyway, you know. So we go down to this religious cult sort of place, from what we thought it was. You know, that's what we heard it was, like a religious cult kind of thing, you know. Go up there, knock on the door, and these men with robes on, big long robes, come to the door. And I can't remember who was doing it. It was probably Dave and someone else who actually knocked on the door, and, you know, like, who was right at the door. And a couple of others stood back a bit with our balaclavas on. While they was knocking on the door, no, it was after. So they knocked on the door and the blokes with the robes had come out. And just as this happened, a couple of us lit some of the rockets and shot them at this bloke in the robes. So at that point, they've come out and sort of started chasing us. So we're running away, but we're also running away, lighting fireworks and chucking at them, like chucking bangers at them. So there's fireworks shooting all over the place. It was quite mental, really. Rockets going off, and we're being chased by these monks, or whatever they are, these blokes in long robes, shitting ourselves, thinking, you know, if they catch us, they're going to drag us in there. So we managed to sort of get away from them, and went down this side road and hid down there for ages, or what seemed like ages. And then while we were down this side road, we decided to carry on doing a bit of trick-or-treating just while we was there. So we knocked on a couple of houses there, and now I reckon it felt about half an hour later, came back out of the road, and totally unexpected to us, the monk came tearing down the road at us, sprinting at us. We was like, oh fuck, we've been caught. Do you know what I mean? Because he'd like caught us by surprise. And he got right up to us and went, you forgot your chocolates, and gave us this box of roses and a bottle of Coke, and then just walked away. And that's what they'd been chasing us for. He'd been chasing us all the way down the road just to give us this box of roses is chocolates, box of chocolates, tin of chocolates, and a bottle of Coke. We couldn't believe it. It was fucking hilarious. Yeah. And turned out it wasn't like a religious cult anyway. It was just like it was a religious place, but not like a cult. So yeah, so we'd been chased by these monks, but really they'd just been trying to give us some sweets. But it was a good night, and we just, you know, just carried on eating our stuff and getting stoned. And I had a revolver like this with me. BB gun though, and it was the very first gun I ever had, and I was so stoned I was trying to stand up by using the gun as like a prop to push myself up with, and I snapped the barrel off. That was the end of my BB gun. So yeah, that was one of our Halloween nights. I'll have to ask Malk to see if we got any other stories, but yeah, wasn't scary story, but I thought you'd find it amusing. If you've got any stories yourself, do a video, share them, and if you send me it, you know, if I watch it and I know about it, I'll add it to my playlist of stories that I've been doing lately. You know, me and my friends, you know, my YouTube friends. So yeah, that was my Halloween story. I hope you found it entertaining. Like I said, it wasn't really scary, but it was funny and something I'll always remember because it was so bizarre being chased by those monks. Thinking that's gonna, I don't know. You know when you like think about now as an adult, I know fully well they want what monks are gonna grab you and beat you up. But as a teenager, in our head, it was like a religious cult kind of thing, and they was gonna drag us in there and beat us up and do God knows what to us. Do you know what I mean? But also at the same time, to us, that made us want to go there, test it. Do you know what I mean? You know. Yeah. Right. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you later.